Your feet can be slightly wider, your arms are sort of away from your body in Shavasana. And I would like for you to take a few moments here. We just did a lot of movement. And I want you to see how that movement has affected your nervous system by just checking in with your breath. First, you're going to inhale into your belly and let it swell up into your chest. There's a pause, and then you exhale. You inhale. Belly to chest, hold, and exhale. I'm going to try to breathe like that through this whole rolling practice. Take the balls into your hands and place them kissing together at the base of your neck. I will show you where. Right there. Did you see that? Right there. Have a brick handy, balls at the base of your neck. Bring your hands behind your head and cradle your head in your hands. And then I want you to use your feet to lift your hips up about 6 inches. And you'll feel the balls pushing into the upper portion of your trapezius muscle, where the balls are kissing together. You can either sort of drive a bus with your elbows, or you could choose to push and pull with your feet, or just lay your head back and stretch your arms over your head. So for some of you, I demonstrated that to you just now. And for some of you, you are actively already doing it because you have practiced this before. I'm going to talk you through that piece of it again. Laying back with the soles of your feet on the floor, knees bent. Use your breathing. Max, you're so good at this. Good, and now just lay back and stretch your arms over your head and reach behind you, like really stretch behind you, and lift your hips as high as you can. Now push and pull with your feet right there. Good. All right, dismount. Put your tush on the floor and take the balls out. Take an inhale in. And exhale everything out. Feel how much of your upper back is on the floor. Check in with yourself. Good. Now take the balls and bring them to the outsides of your shoulders up by your neck. So right here, your trapezius muscles, but just a little bit lower than the thickest portion of your trapezius muscle, kind of like right here, because I want you to put the balls there, lift your hips up as high as feels comfortable to you, and then push and pull with your feet, with your arms over your head. I'll show you what it looks like. 2 sides, lift up, push and pull with your feet. You could just do 1 at a time. Actually, that's your best game. Take 1 out. Just work on 1. You guys are doing a great job. Use your breathing. Okay, stop what you're doing. Sustain compression, hold, breathe. Now, relax, exhale. Take the ball out. And then just see if you can feel a difference between your right and your left. But use your breathing to look for the difference, not movement. See if it's easier to breathe on one side versus the other. And now stretch your arms over your head and check in on the mobility between the two. Yeah, Do like Cheryl's doing, knock your knees from side to side. Yes, like windshield wipers. Notice the difference. Okay, now bring your feet back to the center, grab your ball and put it in the other side. Trapezius in, and then just hips go way up. That's it. Do you see a difference, Marina? Tight. You don't have any balls? Oh, you don't have tennis balls? You're silly. Just hang out. I love your energy. Okay, dismount. I love how I say dismount. It's so entertaining to me. Come on, say it. Good. Okay, grab the two of something and put a straight line next to your back up here vertically next to your left spine, only on the left side. So watch what I'm going to do, okay? Watch how I get into this. It could be two in a tote, or it could just be two balls. I put it sort of up high, catch it, hold my arms, and I'm in a rib rock here. This place is a very, very deep upper connection point for breathing. Your respiratory diaphragm, your iliopsoas. There's a lot of things we need to explore. This is the top of your hip, where the top of your hip connects to your spine, way up here. In your ribs. And just rock and breathe. Yeah, massive breathing. Stop on it, stay there, and take a big inhale into the balls. Like, see if you can push the breath into the balls, and then you'll hold, and then you'll exhale and just let it, the whole thing soften, and then roll back onto your back. Stay where you are and reach the arm that's connected to the balls over your head. Stretch it long. Yes, just stretch it away, really stretch. And then act like you're a little bear in the woods against a tree with your body. Like the balls are a tree and you're scratching against the tree like a little bear. Okay, bring your arms down and then dismount the balls. The dismount. Okay, now lay back on your back. Do you feel a difference? Good. All right. Grab your balls. Put them behind you on the other side. Yeah. Rock the baby. Rock and rock. Say ha. Slow down. Slow down. Cheryl, I would even like to see your balls a little higher. Just a little higher and in. Yes, there you go, right there. That's it. Oh, right? And then maybe stop on it for a moment and breathe. And maybe even kind of scoot your tush like a little bit, like forward and back. So you can, yeah, exactly. And then roll back onto your back. and let the balls be where they are. Maybe creep the balls up your back a little bit, most of you. A little higher, yeah, there. And then reach your arm over your head that's connected to that. Take a massive inhale in. Exhale everything out. Lean into the balls if you can, if it feels appropriate. Don't, if you're at the floating ribs, be careful with that, please. And then bring the arm down, take the balls out, and relax. Woo. Okay. Bring your knees into your chest, hug them in. Good. Now get your shoulders off the floor. Bring your knees in, Melinda, I see you. Knees to chest, shoulders, nose to knees. Cannonball style. Yeah. Bring your hands a little lower, Melinda. Yeah, there. That's good. You can rock forward and back. Unless you have diagnosed osteopenia or osteoporosis, that would not be indicated. And then take the soles of your feet to the floor, knees bent, cross your right leg over your left, like a man sitting in a club chair. Good. Flex your feet so that your toes come off the floor also. You're on your heel. Good. Firm your belly, place your elbows on the floor. And so you're laying back on your back. Yeah. Place your elbows on the floor and like shove your elbows into the floor so the arms are more army style. Yeah. Come on, tighten up your muscles in your upper back. Like like you are a club chair that somebody's going to sit in. Good. Now bring your leg in towards your chest. Exactly, Cheryl. Bring your left knee toward your chest. So you're in thread the eye of the needle, but you're not threading. Yeah, there you go. Yes, more dude, less chick. Yeah. Move your knee forward. Okay, thread the eye of the needle. Grab the back of your thigh with both hands. Grab the back of your thigh with both hands. Thread. Yes, exactly, Rob. Straighten your left leg into the sky. Now bend it a little. Now straighten it. Now bend it. And straighten it and bend it. And bend it and straighten it and straighten it. Now just straighten it. Now flex both feet. Voila. Okay, relax that all down. Good. Stretch your right leg straight into the sky. Your right leg. Thank you. Good. Just really straighten it up there. Move the top of your thigh forward. Firm your outer right hip in. Yeah, good. And now bring your knee into your chest, right knee into your chest, hug right knee into the leg you were just working with, I want that one into your chest. If you have a right leg, bring it into your chest, not your left. Thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. Jeez, what's a girl got to do? Put your feet on the floor, please. Both feet on the floor. Feet on the floor, knees bent. Lift your butt up into the sky and come into bridge pose. Use your butt muscles. Lift your booty upwards while firming your lower belly. Push the floor away strongly. Can you feel a difference between the strength of your right butt and the strength of your left? Just notice it. Can one lift higher? Yeah. Okay, bring it down. Knees into your chest. Cannonball, cannonball, cannonball. Knees to chest, knees to nose to knees. Come on, cannonball. Thank you. You don't have to rock. Stay there non-rocking. Bring your nose to your knees and your knees to your nose. And now slice your hands straight forward. Don't hold your knees. Slice your arms straight forward to the TV in front of you. Yes, palms facing the midline. Come on, get your shoulders off the floor. Thank you. And breathe. 2, 1, lay back. Take your left leg over your right into a man sitting in a club seat on a bar stool. Bring your elbows and jam them into the floor and firm your belly. Good. Oh, you guys are making me work hard. Okay, add bringing your knees up. Deepen the stretch. Excellent. Flex your foot. Nice. Okay, grab that thing. Good. And by then, everybody knows what I'm talking about. Straighten your right leg into the sky. You can either be lifted up or laying back. It depends on how much stretch you have or strength. Bend your knee, straighten it, bend your knee, straighten it. Straighten it, bend it, straighten it. Internally rotate it, externally rotate it. I don't know. Okay, good. Now just come back into the stretch. Bring your knee back in. Yeah, lay back and straighten your left leg into the sky. Straight up, yeah. Try to put the back of your pelvis on the floor, Rob. The back of your left side of your pelvis. Do you see how you're lifting your whole left hip up? Draw it down. Yes. And now firm your right inner thigh towards your left inner thigh. Yes. Hello. Okay, now hug that heavy leg into your chest. Give it a hug. Knee into chest, knee into chest. Place both feet on the floor and lift your hips as high as you can into bridge pose. Either use robot arms or interlace your hands underneath your butt. Use those muscles that we just rolled out to lift your chest up. Cheryl, I want you to get your upper outer arms under you. Open across your chest. Try to tuck, yeah, bridge pose. Yeah, Melinda and Rob, you come on into bridge pose. Thank you. Join the class. Lower it all down. Exhale. And then waggle your legs side to side gently. Gently. Good. Okay. Do you have toted yoga tune-up balls? Put them vertically next to your right hip in rolling position. So I wish, let's see who, oh, Frida, I'm gonna pin you because it's really, I'm too stiff for this right now to move around. So I'm gonna pin you. Oh, I can't pin you. You don't have, okay, that's all right. I'll do it. I'm gonna pin me. Come into this pose that we call Ardha Shavasana, or conscious relaxation pose. Excuse me, I'm a little injured. I'm reporting that to you. Balls next to your hip. So not down low, more gluteus medius, which is like the mom pocket, okay? And then you're gonna lay your leg open. So I'm into my pain area. So this is gonna be interesting for me. The mantra for this work, I just wanna remind you, is it doesn't have to hurt to work. So if this is too much pressure, sometimes I would actually just take a blanket or material or fabric and throw it over the balls to make it better for me. And then I can start to do the breathing work again. The inhale to the belly and up into the chest, and exhale. You're just going to do a little bit of movement of your hips side to side, rolling over the tune-up balls. Or if you're using tennis balls. And at some points you might feel like you want to sort of grip your butt. Do that for a moment and breathe, and then soften and relax over the balls. That's called contract and relax. Another way to access the deeper gluteus maximus is to slide the balls across your hip. You could slide the balls side to side, or you can propel your leg along the floor like you are pedaling a bicycle. And or you can bring your leg up and down like a little clam. Any of these techniques. Begin to roll onto your side, the side, so that the balls are aligned under the side of your hip. And then you're going to come down and lay down so that they're alongside the side of your hip. Belly is slightly firm, so don't totally relax over it right now. I want you to have some muscular attention. Balance with one foot on the floor and one leg bent if you need to. And then just slide the balls across the side of your hip by pushing and pulling with your leg. Or relax and just breathe. Another option is to waggle the bottom leg or push the bottom leg into the floor, abduction, and then relax. Take a nice inhale in and exhale. Roll over off the balls into what I call Kerplunk Asana. Kerplunk Asana, laying back. Notice the difference in the nervous system side of the left side of your body or the side you roll. And then notice the difference in how it feels on the right side. Can you breathe more through one side or the other? When you breathe your body, can you feel the difference in how the breath radiates through the tissue? And just say, I embody my body. Okay. Side two. Take your balls and come to the other side. Is my pacing okay? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Okay. It's good to know because, doing this for you. Pacing okay, Cheryl? Okay, cool. All right, soles of the feet on the floor, knees bent. Balls up alongside the upper second side hip. Do some inner noticing and then drop the chicken leg, the CHIKIN, vegan chicken leg out to the side. So when you hit something that is what I call interesting, first it's like interesting, and then you start to interest with it. You start to communicate with the tension points. Really use movement and breath or stillness or a combination. We're not trying to detangle. We're just trying to remember ourselves, to bring everything back into awareness that's tight and has been excommunicated. Remember to move your leg in a bicycle pattern. Try that. I like to bend and straighten it. And then we're going to straighten it out in front of you. This is a good way to roll onto your side. Straighten your leg out ahead of you and just sort of roll onto the balls on the side. You can come up onto your elbow if you needed to. To sort of find this location, it's the side of the hip below the iliac crest. And then if you want to come down, you can make your way back down. You can stay up on your elbow if you want. I like a little bit more pressure. And I'm going to bend my bottom knee so that I can really use the bottom leg to press down and stabilize. So I'm not taking all the weight into these muscles. I'm lifting up a little, and then you can kind of just move. And then stay there, sort of clench your tush a little bit, and then relax over the balls. And the balls will sort of go in. Inhales and exhales. And then do any kind of movements that feel like you're erasing where the IT band and gluteus maximus start to come together to make the long trek down to your knee in the iliotibial. The IT band. Ooh. I even like to try to find the head of the femur bone. There's a lot of external rotators in that area. Rotators, stabilizers, body parts. And when you're ready, you can dismount. Kerplunk asana. So all sorts of good stuff might be happening in your tush right now, but I'll bet like $7 million that you feel tight in the fronts of your hips. Who's tight in the fronts of your hips? Can you notice that as a result of the release of the back? All right, roll, my dears, onto your belly. Who does not have a gorgeous ball? I need you guys to get gorgeous balls. I need. Do you see what Cheryl is holding? That's the gorgeous ball. It's, if you go to my Facebook page, it's tuneupfitness.com. You can get a Pilates ball from Target. I don't care, but it's got to be like that. And the reason I need this piece of equipment is that it's how I do psoas release, and it's how I do breathing, stretching. It's such an essential part of what I teach. So I encourage you for ongoing classes so they maintain their relevance to you, that you have this equipment. Okay, with that said, that's not a plug for anybody. I just want you to be able to participate. Okay, so if you do not have the gorgeous ball, and you do have a set of these, feel free. Actually, we can all do this together. Take a block and one Yoga Tune-Up ball or Therapy Ball Plus. And we're gonna come up to stand because I think it might be too deep on the floor. Am I pinned? You can't tell if I'm pinned. No, wait. I want to pin this. Spotlight video. Okay. The place that we're going to is here. You feel your pelvic bone and then go around it. There. Oh. Now that's where I'm injured, okay? That's a massive breathing and lower back apparatus that we're going to excavate gently by pushing it. By the way, if you've had a hernia or you have surgical netting in this area, please do not do this technique. Do not do this technique. Thank you. There's other ways to access this. So just take your the ball into this area and gently pressure in with your one leg forward and one leg back. You see that? One leg forward, one leg back. And just take your the leg that's connected to the wall, the knee that's connected to the wall. Do like you're trying to put out a cigarette with your knee, like this. In and out. And then stretch the leg that's connected to the ball behind you. So the leg that's connected to the ball, just stretch it behind you and point your toe. And then bring that leg forward and stand and just do a little side to side, or try to move the ball sort of toward the pelvic bone and behind it, the frontal pelvic bone, the top of it. That sort of psoas area. And then relax that and breathe. Can you just stand? Can you feel a difference between the left side of your body and the right? In just how upright you are on one side versus the other. It may not have done anything for you. It doesn't quite matter to just notice your own changes. Yeah, you could float that left leg that we were just using. You could float it behind you and then bring it up ahead of you and flex the foot. And just feel these muscles are the ones that we targeted, the ones that are lifting the leg right now. You can use the wall if you need to. And then float it behind you and hold and straighten it. And push your heel towards the floor. Drop your tailbone down. And then bring it through, one more. Just working on balance for the left foot, left side. And then bring your left foot down next to your right. Exhale. Turn out the leg we've been working with. So just the left leg, turn it out, the one closest to the wall. Nice. Now I'm gonna just put my brick down for a moment here. Bend your knees and then tip into the outer hip. And then come back up. And then you're gonna put your left arm up and over and side stretch through the whole left side of your body. Push your hips towards the left as you side bend. And then come back in, put your hands on your hips. This is like a little teapot. Shift your hips and stretch. And a little bit more dynamic here. You can reach up and stretch. And last one, sit into your hip. Stay here, sit, and then come back to center. All right, side two. Brick, ball. So again, from the side, it's if you're going in for your pocket change and you get caught on your pelvic bone right here. You caught there. And you wrap you, and then that is where the ball is going. It's not into the inguinal ligament. I just want you to just sort of make your way toward your psoas. And it is,
Ollie?
Yes, dear. Yes.
I did have a hernia on this side, and I do have mesh on this side. So what do I do?
Right. You don't do this.
Okay.
You do this. I'm going to give you what to do, okay? Wait, Clifford, watch. You're going to do this, Clifford. You're going to come at it from the back. T11, T12, way up here. I have a ball on a brick, so I can work in where the psoas connects up into your upper thoracic spine. Good. Now breathe that, Cliff. Come on, breathe. And then take your leg. So we're going to work with the contraction of the muscle. Stay here. Don't push too hard, but just push a little and stretch your left leg behind you. Can you feel how you kick the ball out with that contraction? And then bend the knee a little and in and out with your excuse me, second knee, second side knee. And then you'll come to stand. And breathe. Stretch your left leg behind you. Or the second side leg, I'm sorry. The second side leg behind you. Drop your tailbone down, sort of stretch your upper body up, and then see if you can float the back leg without sticking it out to the side. Can you firm it in? I bet this is going to be a challenge for some of you. And then swing the pedestal forward. That's psoas contraction, lifting the thigh bone or pulling the spine into flexion. We're resisting that force. And then swing it behind you. And hold. Point the toe just for grace and fun. Oh boy. And then bring it in and externally rotate your right leg. Wish I can move this back. I can't without hurting myself. I'm going to stand myself back. I can't see myself at all. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to give you a view of my legs. There, okay. So from here, I want you to externally rotate the leg that we were just working on, and then sit down and back like this. Really sitting into the hip, and then rising up and stretching up and reaching your arm up and stretching out and over your head, and then sitting back down and in. I'm like the lighting director and the camera angle manager. And sit back down and in. Stay here for a moment. Let's do one more rise up so that you can really drop tailbone down and lift chest. And then come back to neutral. Tadasana mountain pose. Everybody all right? Okay. Come on down onto your mat for a seat. I just thought we should, now that we've like gotten off a layer of just whatever we were working with, and we strengthened and we gave ourselves the self-care that we need for our day. So then we come and we sit and we embody it. And we are more open and ready to do this practice that I call self-study. In yogi terms, it's called svadhyaya. It's kind of a funny word. It's the practice of self-study. And right now, more than anything, we are, as a society, having to look inward to self-study. And what comes up is really just the remembering that we were born as a blank slate with the possibilities of all sorts of beauty. And there's maybe past life energy that's running through you. But whatever that mixes with when we get here is a lens that someone else is showing us. So we forget who we were before we were connected to everyone everywhere. We're all basically non-racist. We're all basically we have tolerance for each other. We love each other. We want to engage with each other. We want to connect with each other. That's what we want at a basic level. It is a practice because we were born into, I love this shape, the white lens, in which we see the world as a white lens to look through. And our practice is about shining this up so that it is just bright light, that you're just looking through is just bright light rather than the white lens, that we are all created from this bright light. And if we practice non-attachment to this cultural infusion of what we're supposed to think or feel, if we start to really practice that and wipe away that lens, we will be fully aware. We will be fully aware of our birthright, of full expression and freedom. Breonna Taylor, we've been holding a lot of space for her 27th birthday. She was a great woman. She had great possibility. Black Lives Matter. We set aside some meditation space here to hold the voices and the pain and the suffering and the joy all together at once for what it is to be fully known in your skin. Loka samasta sukhi no bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may my actions, thoughts, and words contribute to the happiness and freedom of everyone, everywhere. These are the teachings. So the final rollout that we'll do together is a neck rollout just to finish class. You can tote your tuna balls, or you could just have them together in your hands and just place them behind your head. So I'll show you how I'm going to set this up. Lay back, balls at the base of your skull on the brick. Soles of the feet on the floor, knees bent. The place where the balls go is not down your neck. It's actually at the base of your skull where your finger bowl wash would be when you get your hair done. Those bony little nodules at the base of your skull. And you can just sustain compression here and do your abdominal, thoracic, slow breathing. You can close your eyes. Watching the breath rise and fall. And then maybe you use a little nodding of your face, tiny little yes, or tiny little no. You can seek the bottom of a yes. Really stretch the back of the neck. And explore making the arc of your face from left to right wider. Maybe gently pressing your head into the balls or being very gentle about it. If you have to resist too much, maybe this isn't for you right now. You can just rest and breathe. Notice if you're holding. I just noticed I was gripping with my left leg while I was doing this. Notice if you're doing something like that and relax that. And then come into the stillness. If you want to lay back without the balls under you, if you want, you can remain in this position. Adding the conscious breathing pattern, the 4-part breath. An inhale, pause, and an exhale. Do some inner noticing. Bringing awareness to the pelvic floor, soften it. Bringing notice to just below the belly button, soften it. Awareness to the heart, expand it. Awareness to the throat, soften it. Behind the eyes, spread the eyes. And to the crown of your head, noticing a bright light there. Your awareness, your attention to the bright light. Breathe your body 3 more times. When you're ready, you can stay there for as long as you'd like, or you can roll onto your side, press yourself to seat. Your hands in front of your heart center. Just feeling a great sense of appreciation for this self-care practice that has so much potential for healing. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you for coming to class.
Thank you, Holly.
You're welcome to pay any donation that you would have made to me today to any cause that is uplifting the voices of Color for Change and Black Lives Matter. I think it's called Reform the Block or Rebuild the Block. There's a bunch of amazing charities that you could please donate what you would have paid me to those charities this week. Okay? Love you. Be well.
Thank
Be safe.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Holly.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Holly.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you. Bye.